We're reading from Ryokan, the Dewdrops on a Lotus Leaf, translated John Stevens, Part 3. But anyways, our practice is not to prepare and not to research, though we don't know much about him. So that way our poems are shocking and surprising. Anyway, we're reading the next poem, Orchid. Deep in the valley a beauty hides, serene, peerless, incomparably sweet. In the still shade of the bamboo thicket it seems to sigh softly for a lover. My goodness. He's talking about an orchid. Deep in the valley a beauty hides, serene, peerless, incomparably sweet. In the still shade of the bamboo thicket it seems to sigh softly for a lover. What do you think of that one? Do you think flowers are sighing for a lover?
That's what they do.
The
That's
orchids?
beautiful.
Yeah, why are they so beautiful?
To attract bees.
To attract bees. It's like the bees there. It's the lover. My goodness. Who knows? But anyways, he calls the next one the lotus. First blooming in the western paradise, the lotus has delighted us for ages. Its white petals are covered with dew. Its jade-green leaves spread out over the pond, and its pure fragrance perfumes the wind. Cool and majestic it rises from the murky water. The sun sets behind the mountains. But I remain in the darkness, too captivated to leave.
You see, the ends always are good.
Oh, he's an ending poet. His specialty is.
He can actually not say much about the beginning. Keep the ends only.
His specialty is his final line. That's a common practice in some poetry. You build up a scene, then you do a final line. So maybe that's the structure. Let's go on. Bamboo now. So we talk about bamboo. He says, the thick bamboo grove near my hut keeps me nice and cool. Shoots proliferate, blocking the path, while old branches reach for the sky. Years of frost give bamboo spirit. They are most mysterious when wrapped in mist. Bamboo is as hardy as pine and oak, and more subtle than peach or plum blossoms. It grows straight and tall, empty inside, but with a sturdy root. I love the purity and honesty of my bamboo, and I want them to thrive here always. Seems he likes bamboo. And it's sort of a mysterious thing how it's sturdy, it is hollow, it's straight, tall.
Do they eat bamboo in any way?
Don't think you eat bamboo, or do you eat bamboo shoots? Or
Otters do eat bamboo.
somebody probably eats bamboo.
I
Don't know if people eat bamboo.
And pandas eat bamboo.
Pandas? All right. We'll have to look that up. I don't know if bamboo's edible. Of course, when it's big and tall and hardened, it wouldn't be. I wouldn't think. Anyways, here's a picture. Inscription, bamboo. The inscription is the poem translated. Inscription is the poem. I don't know where these pictures come from.
You see, he says too much.
He says too much? Who are you? What are you, the top critic?
He asked me to talk poetry with him.
Oh, with him?
Didn't he say if you like to talk poetry?
He
That's
talks
so
too
poetic.
much. A Zen hermit poet talks too much.
About bamboo. And yeah.
Oh, he
There was
has.
too many things about bamboo. I got used to the short, very concise.
Short. You can't take. These are not even that long. Here's one that's not that long. The wild peonies, now at their peak, in glorious full bloom. Too precious to pick, too precious not to pick. How did this come about? I thought we read this
the
poem.
other poem was the thought to pick it or not to pick it.
This is that poem
very much like that.
we encountered. Wild peonies now at their peak in the glorious full bloom. Too precious to pick, too precious not to pick. Oh, lonely pine, I'd gladly give you my straw hat and thatched coat to ward off the rain. It's funny, how does that poem idea come up? Who else said that?
We read in Basho, Sagio, I think.
Somebody.
The flowers he thought about.
Maybe the idea is going around that they're too precious to pick and too precious not to pick. We don't know where
very tempting, let's say. The flowers are very tempting.
You can't say that one
them,
poet thought of that idea, probably. Huh.
If you have them, you have it too long. If you don't have them, you don't have them at all.
You can't handle longer than a haiku. Why don't you just be a haiku poet then and read haiku?
I already made one of my poems into haiku. I reduced it to half.
You're doing surgery on your poetry.
Yeah.
I'm going to continue reading as it comes, so without critical thought. In my garden, I raised bush clover, Suzuki grass, violets, dandelions, flowery silk trees, banana plants, morning glories, boneset, asters, spiderwort, daylilies, morning and evening, cherishing them all, watering, nourishing, protecting them from the sun. Everyone said my plants were at their best. But on the 25th of May at sunset, a violent wind howled madly, battering and rending my plants. Rain poured down, pounding the vines and flowers into the earth. It was so painful, but as the work of the wind, I have to let it be.
So you can't protect anything.
His garden got pounded.
It's supposed to be out, exposed to the elements.
What's he supposed to do?
You can,
how would you like to
hide them from the light.
But how are you supposed to, if you have this nice garden, it must mean cherished it all, and he's getting pounded by the wind.
So you build a greenhouse.
Well, he has to let it be. I mean, how can he not let it be? He doesn't have a greenhouse. He doesn't have much choice, does he? So
well, maybe he talks about himself being overprotected for a long time, and then he suddenly was exposed to the danger.
This is life, I guess. It's just like the rest of us. He's got to accept it. I accept the poems as they come. The plants and flowers I raised about my hut, I now surrender to the will of the wind. That may be the end of the poem, actually. That's the end of the poem. He's surrendered to the will of the wind. The wind wants to destroy his garden. He has to surrender. What's he going to do? He should have a grove of trees around the garden to protect it. I don't know. Anyways, the flower invites the butterfly with no mind. Hmm. The butterfly visits the flower with no mind. The flower opens, the butterfly comes. The butterfly comes, the flower opens. I don't know others. Others don't know me. By not knowing, we follow nature's course.
You see, that was nice.
That's a good one.
Usually that's how things work. Even in our lives, when we let them be the follow the natural way, it works better.
No mind. The flower invites the butterfly with no mind.
Yeah.
The butterfly visits the flower with no mind.
It's a whole chemistry world in a way.
Yeah, the flower
Smells
opens.
and
Flower opens, the butterfly comes.
sounds.
The butterfly comes, the flower opens. How does that work? Does the flower open for the butterfly? I don't know others. Others don't know me. By not knowing, we follow nature's course. Now we go on.
It's like the intelligence of no intelligence, of no mind.
I like this poet. He's all right. He's all right. My hermitage is home to a cat and a mouse.
He is like you a little bit.
Like me.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I had his hut in the woods for a while. I could go in the mountain stream and I could go looking for mushrooms and I could meditate. Huh. My hermitage is home to a cat and a mouse. Both are furry creatures. The cat is fat and sleeps in broad daylight. The mouse is thin and scampers about in the dark. The cat is blessed with talent, able to deftly catch living things for its meals. The mouse is cursed, limited to sneaking bits and pieces of food. A mouse can damage containers, it is true, but containers can be replaced. Not so living things. If you ask me which creature incurs more sin, I'd say the cat. Hmm.
He can go like that.
What?
More what?
Incurs more sin. Karma.
More sin.
Karma.
Yeah, it seems as the higher species
He
incurs
feels
more sin.
he is like the mouse himself, probably. What do you think?
Maybe.
I mean, he sneaks about getting bits of food, and he's and the cat's a big fat old cat, just like sleeps in the sun. But they're both furry creatures. We're reading from Ryokan, Ryokan, Dewdrops on a Lotus Leaf. Translator John Stevens. Where's a picture of him? But I was saying, Ryokan is from born 1758, died 1831. He's Soto. He was trained in Soto Zen. He is a poet and also known for calligraphy. But he didn't hang out at the temple. He kind of lived on his own as a hermit.